I am super excited about this flush of chicken of the woods that I've found. I can't wait to share it with you. We're going to take it right off the tree here, bring it back to the house, cook it up, so stick around. There it is, chicken of the woods. Beautiful little flush, real pretty, but real young too. If we get in here, we can just see it's just starting to come out. And nice and moist to the touch, very tender. It's actually a pretty good age to harvest, but I'm gonna let this one go a little bit. We're supposed to get some more rain tonight, and then it's supposed to be sunny. So I'm gonna see if we can't get a little more growth out of this in the next couple of days, and then we'll come back and harvest it. So I've also found 2 other flushes. So it's really popping out right now. We've had a really dry summer, and we've just had some rain the past few days, and this stuff is just popping out all over the place. So I'll show you these other flushes we got as well. Okay, so if you look right over here on this old stump, you can see chicken of the woods coming out. And that's it. Very pretty. But again, that's the second flush that I found today. So it's just starting to come out. I'm gonna let this one go as well. Okay, there it is right there. This is a decent flush. You can see it coming right out on the top right there. Got some young ones still popping out. If we look over in the corner, you can see a whole nother flush over there. So we'll go down here. Oh yeah, look at that. I might want to harvest it. So 3 flushes. All right, I'm back. So today is Wednesday. The last time I was out here was Monday. So it's been a couple days, and I'll show you the growth that we got. It's not as much as I thought it would be, but still, it's still good growth. Okay, so normally what I would do is come in here and I would cut until I felt resistance, and then just take out the margins there. You know, about an inch, inch and a half, maybe even 2 inches. But I'm actually going to take the whole thing, because if you look closely in here, this is one big chunk of, you know, mushroom right here. So there's really not much margin to take. And I got the same thing going on here, real young and tender. So I'm going to go ahead and take this guy, but what I'm going to do is just cut right underneath, go right across. So get in there and cut it loose that way. So let me get in here and see what we can see if I can't do this. There we go. There we go. What a beautiful cluster that is. Super young, but also tender. And we'll trim it up, and I'll get all the toughness out once I get to the house. So let me go ahead and trim up the rest of these guys, and we'll head back and cook some up. All right, so it looks like I got about, I don't know, I'd say maybe 5 to 8 pounds worth of mushroom here. So it's a pretty good yield. It's always good to keep a mesh bag. You know, you don't want to put them in plastic bags and things of that nature. When they drop their spores right after you cut them, a lot of times they'll just drop spores immediately. And as I'm walking through the woods right now, I'd like to think that I'm populating the chicken of the woods. I'm helping it reproduce. So I don't know, maybe that's just the positive side of me, and trying to put a good spin on it. But anyway, you definitely want a mesh bag. You don't want it to, the mushrooms will get all too wet and moist in the plastic bag. And they're typically, especially if you have to hike a long distance, they don't last well. So mesh bag, that's what you need. All right, so we've harvested the chicken of the woods. We went out and found it, we harvested it. Now it's time to cook it. So I'm going to share with you one of the ways that we like to cook it around here. And it is basically frying it like you would fried chicken, with the exception of making a sandwich out of it. And let me just show you how we do that. All right, so nothing too complicated here. We're going to take our chicken of the woods, get it nice and coated, put it in the flour. Make sure that's covered real well. And then put it in the grease there and let her go. Finish it up here. I'm only going to do a couple pieces because I'm only making a sandwich for me, and that's it. So, don't have any kids or nobody's around tonight. Everybody's out and about. Take this one right in there. One more little piece. Just dredge it. There we go. I think I poured in way too much flour. That's all right. All right, we'll let her go. No, it smells wonderful. I wish you guys could smell that. It really smells great. So real quick, while this is cooking up, I mentioned it smells wonderful. If it smells funky at all, if anything smells wrong with it, don't eat it. This actually happened to me one time. I brought it home, I harvested it, and cooked it. And the minute I cooked it, it really smelled bizarre. It was not a pleasant smell. I knew something was wrong, so I went in and threw that batch away. And didn't eat any, but went back out to the tree and looked at it, and sure enough, it came off of a cherry tree. And you don't want to eat chicken of the woods off conifers or any trees that that bloom like a cherry tree. With it being a saprophytic mushroom, it can draw in some of those toxins that are in that tree. So anyway, you want it to smell good. Starting to get a little golden brown happening. I just heard the timer go off, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip these guys. Oh yeah, ooh, look at that orange in there, that's beautiful. Oh, these guys look done. Looks good. Nice and brown, golden brown. Yummy. Got a little flare of orange in it. All right, so that's super easy to do, nothing to it. Just fry it like a chicken and then put some mayonnaise on the bread. Put a little lettuce, a little tomato, and you are good to go. So let's try it out. Oh man, that looks good. Looks yummy. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. You guys ought to give it a shot. Mouthful. We'll wash it down with some wine. That is wonderful. So if you get an opportunity, you should try to cook it this way. I mean, it's really fantastic. I think you'll enjoy it. Hey, thanks for watching. I gotta go. See you later. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked that video, leave a comment. Tell me what you're thinking. Give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'll talk to you.